Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. Welcome to my channel. My name is Vincenzo, and I welcome you all like a good Italian. This is a very exciting episode or exciting review for me because I'm going to be reviewing the best priced Italian pens, and I'm guaranteeing you guys that the 12, 13, in fact, I couldn't reduce it to 12 or even to 10. 13 nominees that I have for you. These pens are just absolutely exquisite, and they're all under $200. I think that anybody should have these pens in their collection if you're serious about a pen collection. I've raved about Chinese pens. I've raved about Indian pens. I've raved about how we could enjoy pens at a lower cost. But I've got to tell you, these Italian pens have a special place in my heart. Look, I'm wearing my an old Italian soccer jersey, although these days the Italian soccer team's not doing too well. I have my Italian flag. Where is it? Behind me there. Trying to be a little patriotic. I was born in Italy, and all these pens, I think, except for one pen maker, are all from Naples, my country of origin. So you'll forgive me if I'm a little bit biased or if I'm a little bit overexcited about this category, but it's really sentimental for me. I enjoyed tremendously putting it all together for you. I hope you will enjoy it. Bear with me, bear with my lack of objectivity, if you will, but I think I'm trying to be as objective as possible. You'll quickly see that these pens do deserve a certain ranking and do deserve their own special category. So here they are, the best priced Italian pens of 2023. Okay, we're all set. Now, let me just one. I hope you forgive me for this. I said 12 nominees, but I just can't resist including a 13th. And so you'll have 3 honorable mentions, and then we'll look at the top 10. So, and that number 13 in my mind is this Nettuno 1911 Truffaut limited edition pen. I think that this pen at $196 is just right under the $200 mark. Deserves an honorable mention, and I just could not leave it outside of that list. It was difficult to do it. There's several others, but this one I had to absolutely include. I think this pen is a gem of a pen. I've got to tell you, I like this matte black design. I like the silver trimmings that it has. That Nettuno branded nib is also a really, really, really nice stub nib. It's in my view, it is just a beautiful pen. Sits in your hands nicely. It's got the right weight. It's not too heavy and it's not too light. I've got to tell you, I needed to absolutely include this limited edition Nettuno design pen. It's got a juicy, wet number 6 steel 1.1 stub. And like I mentioned, at $196 at Pen Chalet, it deserved to be mentioned. So there you go. That's I hope you'll forgive me for that. That's number 13 on my list. Now let's get to the 12. Number 12 on my list is this the Delta Dune Horizon in the gris finish. And here is the pen. I mean, you know, when Delta came back, I think this was one of its first offerings, or maybe its second after the Dolce Vita premiere. And I think this is an absolutely really, really nice edition. A little bit different from what Delta was used to doing in the past. But as you can see, it's a piston filler with an ink window. It's got the nice translucent but yet very deep resin. You've got the blue, you've got the green, You got the gray, you got the yellow in there. It's really, really, really nice. Nice gold trimmings, topped off by this beautiful Yowo branded Delta 1.1 stub, of course. And now you see all my stub, folks. My real colors are shining. Delta, just a beautiful outfit. I'm glad that it's been resurrected. Its quality, its style. And let me tell you, at $156, this pen is an absolute steal. It's a gem of a pen. It provides the writing experience. And I needed to include this. So it's an honorable mention at number 12. Next honorable mention, before we get into the top 10, is this Leonardo Supernova Starlight Blue. And here it is. Nice design pen. Is sort of a cigar shape, but flattened off at the top. Very nice resin. My only qualm about this pen is the fact that I have this blotch here. But as I noticed, it's just part of the Supernova design. You know, it's kind of a spacey design, and that's the way it is, and that's the way the resin got turned. So you have to go with the punches, as they say. Got beautiful silver trimmings there, especially this band. It's got this beautiful, beautiful Le Fenice 1.5 stub that really writes juicy. It sits nicely in your hand. Look at that thick resin. Very nice. My only other qualm is there's a little bit of an edge here that kind of takes away from the usual Leonardo Officina Italiana quality, I find, and that's why really it's number 11 on my list and not any higher. So there you have it. Beautiful, beautiful pen at $158 on Pen Chalet. Very nice. There you go. That's number 11, and that concludes the honorable mentions. Now we get to the real stuff. Number 10 on my list, and you know what? I've been really all over Visconti in the last year. I find that Visconti, unfortunately, is overpriced and just doesn't live up to its fanfare. But this pen surprised me. I went for it. It cost me $159 on Pen Chalet, and I'm not disappointed. It is probably the nicest and the best performing Visconti pen that I have in my collection. I don't have that many because they've been, very disappointing. That classic, clip, beautiful resin. Check out this resin. Almost looks like walnut. It's got faceted body with that just a gorgeous middle band. It's the Mythos, the Mirage Mythos in the Apollo. It's got beautiful finial ends, and here you see the clip going round. It's got that magnetic twist that I still haven't been able to master as to how it works, but there it is. Nice nib. And this nib actually really, really surprised me. It's probably the highlight of this pen just because I've been so disappointed in the past. So as a number 10, I think this pen deserves the raving that I'm giving it. It kind of posts a little funny just because of it's got a thinnish end there, but it does post. But look at that gold kind of matte finish. Very, very nice. I've got to tell you, finally Visconti, there it is, that click is kind of given me some pleasure instead of some constant grief. So it's a cartridge converter, rare to have a good performing nib right out of the box, because usually with Visconti it's hit and miss regardless of the high prices that usually their pens are sold at. So that's my number 10. It made my list. Number nine, purchased this year, of course, is the Leonardo Officina Italiana Furore Acquapetra. Now, it's a recent addition to the Furore line, but of course the Furore line was one of the first lines. It's been out for a while, but not this particular pen. I purchased it this year because I didn't have a Furore in my collection. I paid it $159 at Gold Spot. What a steal. Take a look at this beautiful cracked ice resin. Really, really nice. It's got the 3 rings here, 1 ring then. It's classic cigar shaped. The typical, you see these Italian roll clips very often in the pens. It opens up to this beautiful nib, very juicy 1.1 stub again, rose gold. I'm really happy to have added this to my collection. It's a nice touch. And thank you very much, Leonardo, for producing beautiful pens. Look at this, $159. I mean, you can't go wrong, folks. Does it have a... Yes, it also has, like typical, I think, most of the pens that I have that are cartridge converter have this this mechanism where you can remove the cap and ink the pen that way without removing the body of it. So there you have it. That's number 9, Leonardo Officina Italiana Furore Acquapetra. Next on my list is the number 8, Gioia Alleria. This is one of the first pens that Gioia came out with, and here it is. Beautiful, gorgeous, big pen. Gioia Alleria. This is the Blue Mare Chiaro. There's a couple of models under the Alleria category. Just a gorgeous pen. Take a look at that chatoyant blue resin. Solid, nice and big, juicy, piston filler. It really fits in your hands, really nice. It's got that 1.1 stub again with the Gioia branded nib. Solid resin. Take a look at the thickness of this resin. Really nice. The only thing it doesn't have is an ink window, but otherwise this pen, take a look at the chatoyancy and the way it sits. Just gorgeous. Does it post? Yes, it does. It posts. It's got kind of a delta design there. Gioia, very nice finial. Big pen that you can enjoy. I think it's just at $120 at Pen Realm. This is an absolute. I'm telling you, it's an absolute steal in my view. So that's number 8 on my list. Number 7 on my list is the Mayora Alpha Amalfi eyedropper pen. It comes also in gold with gold nibs. By the way, none of my pens are gold nibs. Not if you want to buy them at at under $200. Here's the pen. Take a look at this, folks. It's got that Dolce Vita kind of center band. It's a little bit tapered on both ends. Take a look at that resin, that beautiful cracked ice resin with that gold center band. Again, the clip that rolls, pointed finials. It's a cartridge, converter, and dropper. So it's 3-in-1. There you have it. With that beautiful Gioia branded 1.1 stub again. These are all stubs, folks, except my Visconti, which I think was a broad. But there you have it. I think it's just fits in so nicely in my collection. Enjoy that pen. There you have it. The Mayora Alpha Amalfi at number 7. Number 6 on my list is an older, it's been out for a while, but it's 2023, and at $165 at Applebaum, you can sweep this pen up. It's a monster of a pen, just a gorgeous edition. Take a look at the cracked ice on this pen. The size is just perfect. When you, again, thick resin. You can feel it in your hands. It's got the name inscribed there on the side, Mayora Posillipo Impronte. This is the oversized. It's got a juicy 1.5 Mayora branded stub. Look at the thickness of that resin. It sits there beautifully. It's got the nice flare, of a section. You can hold it either high up or lower down, but not too low because, that flare will stop you. Does it post? Yes, folks, it posts. It posts very, very comfortably. It doesn't backweight the pen at all. I mean, guys, at $165, I'm sorry, but, I like Chinese pens, but I got to tell you, that's a high quality pen at that price. I mean, you buy Twisbys at that price. So, this is just, I am so happy to have this and share this with you, and hopefully you can, and all these pens can be purchased now on sale, so you got to look for them and just browse and you'll find them, and maybe even at lower prices. But there you have it. The number 6 Mayora Impronte Posillipo oversized. Number 5 on my list is my favorite pen company, which is Delta, at $156 at Pen Chalet. This gem of a pen is in my view, an absolute steal. Again, Delta design. It's got, yes, I believe it's a copy. It's copied another design. I forget which. One of my viewers pointed it out. But, it's got this quirky, concept where you can put the weight there and it kind of balances the pen a little better. So it's a fun design. It's a cartridge converter. It is very comfortable in your hand. Got to tell you, nice flare here, nice section, torpedo shaped, but with a top finial or a pointed finial. Again, the clip, the classic roller clip. Does it post? I believe it does. Because it has a tip, it kind of posts funny, but it does post. There you have it. Okay, still comfortable posted. Beautiful 1.1 Delta branded Yowo nib. So there you have it. At number 5, the Delta Right Balance, and that comes in various colors that will all be put on the screen as you view this video. So there it is. Number 5. Number 4 on my list. We've got another Delta entry, if you will. This is kind of a resurrected old stock that you can buy. I invite you to check. This particular one right now is selling at $170 at 170 euros, which roughly is 170 US, less than 200 US at Stilo Stile. But I picked this up on another site by the name of Giardino Italiano or Giardini Italiano pens. It's old stock, so old stocked, probably already half done pens, or the resin part of the bodies were done, and then it was all kind of with the parts done and put all together. Look at this. This is basically a Dolce Vita, silver trimmings. Again, that classic clip. I'm sorry. Look at that beautiful, beautiful center band. I mean, you can't go wrong, folks, with this. Why is my camera not cooperating? But in any event, there it is. Okay, here we go. It's a piston filler with an ink window. Huge, huge pen. Does it post? Yes, it posts comfortably. A little back weighted, but it does post. Look at the shiny silver band there. Isn't that nice? Delta branded 1.1 stub again. Look at the writing. Smooth, wet, well-tuned. Number 6. Gorgeous, gorgeous resin. Folks, what can I say? At 170 euros, another steal at number 4. That's the Delta Gallery at number 4. Number 3 just squeaked in, maybe just a little bit more than 200. But you can probably find it. I bought it at less than $200 US, but in a recent research, the best I could find was 199 euros, which is practically $200 US at Endless. And here it is. It's the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0. So it's the new Momento Zero Grande version in the Stardust. It's got that translucent, you can kind of see it almost transparent, and yet chatoyant resin. Take a look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got the new new band here for the new Momento Zero Grande. Nice clip. Opens up to a beautiful Le Fenice 1.1 stub. Very nice. It's a piston filler, and like all piston fillers, it's got an ink window there, which works really, really nice. Fits in the hand beautifully. Does it post? Yes, it does. It posts comfortably. Take a look at that. Very, very nice. Stardust Momento Zero Grande, a nice big pen at less than $200 or almost $200. I think this pen is an absolute. Oh, by the way, it's a 1.5 stub and not a 1.1. It's a Le Fenice nib. Gorgeous, guys. Look at that. Look at the writing you get when you use a stub. Isn't that improves my handwriting anyway? 100 and 200%. There you have it. I love this pen. One of my favorites. That's my number 3. My number 2 is an Italian sentimental pen. Sentimental just because of the way it looks, and it's got the Italian flag, folks. There you go. Let me just put that up a little more so you can see the pen. I think this pen is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at that ivory resin. It's got a decorated finial. I think it's one of the Florence scenes. Partenope. Look at that beautiful, beautiful Gioia branding there on the finial. It comes in both. Actually, you get a piece. Let me just open it up. Nice original clip, by the way. It's got that Italian flag, and it's got a nice touch for being gray here and gray here, so that when you ink the pen, you don't, because that ivory has a tendency to kind of ink up and soak up. Look at that beautiful Gioia nib. Very nice. And it comes in as a fountain pen, or it's got an old, you can open it up and replace that entire section, and it becomes with a rollerball section. So there you have it. And like many of these Italian pens, you can access the converter either by removing the body or by removing the cap. There you have, the blind cap is on top. I think this pen, very nice size, again, nice and big. Does it posts? It posts very, very comfortably. A little back weighted just because of the weight on that finial. It's kind of a rose gold, so it sticks out even more. I just love this pen. It's one of my favorites. It's a go-to pen for me at 155 euros, which is, roughly $160 US. I think it's an absolute, absolute steal. Another one, folks. Less than $200. You can't go wrong. The Partenope Gioia. Beautiful pen. Beautiful pen. And now my number one, it can't be any other than this Delta Dolce Vita resurrected model. I'm so glad that Delta is back. This is the Delta Dolce Vita 2.0 Premier at 196 euros. It just squeaks in at Stilo Stile, but I had purchased it for less than that. It was on sale at one other site, and I just can't remember which site it was. Right now, as I'm making this video, the lowest price I could find was 196 euros, which is roughly $200 US. And there you have it. Look at this. Gold colored trimming in the center, the classic look, with the description here, Delta there, top pointed finials on both ends. It's a cartridge converter that can be accessed either through the body, and take a look at that beautiful high quality converter. And when you screw in this pen, look at the screwing mechanism. It's like buttery smooth. But like I said, you can access it either by removing the body or by removing the blind cap. There you have it. Beautiful branded, Delta branded nib. 1.1. Very, very nice. I mean, this is my favorite pen of the year. I've got to tell you, this #1 Delta Dolce Vita 2.0 Premier. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So there you have my 13 choices, if you will. If we put all these pens together, let me just put them all together for you all at once. Let me just see if I could just, yeah, here we go. So you could see them all. They're all very nicely sized pens. I would say they're all large except for maybe these two. Even my Alpha appears shorter, but it's got some really nice girth. But take a look at these pens, folks. How can you not be tempted? You've got to be tempted. Finally, some Italian pens that are dear to my heart. I got to tell you. And this starts what I think is going to be 2024. I'm going to be reviewing, reasonably priced Italian pens. That's what I'm going to go for, and that's what I'm going to try to convince you folks to add to your collection. It's easy to spend thousands of dollars if you got it on a pen, but to try to find a really nice one at a reasonable price, that's going to be my major challenge, and I hope to be. I've already got 3 or 4 planned for you for early January, and I hope to continue and be on a roll there. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm not sure when this video is going to be published, probably after the new year. So I've hoped you've had nice, pleasant holidays. Let's start 2024 with a bang. Let's hope that inflation, just keeps going down, that those interest rates cooperate. Let's have a wonderful 2024 and, lots of health, lots of happiness. Enjoy, subscribe, comment. How do you like these pens? Am I exaggerating? Am I too much of a chauvinist? Let me know. Hopefully I've convinced you to purchase at least one amongst these 13. Oh, I forgot my 13th. Here it is, my Nettuno. I can't forget that one. There you have it, folks. Thank you. Ciao. Grazie.